guys, Tom Lawrence here from highlyeffectiveleader.com. Make a commitment to grow yourself. Do not break that commitment until you leave this planet. Growing you and focusing on personal growth is without doubt the most important thing a person can do for themselves. If you want to live in this life and not just exist, then you need to constantly grow every day. The more you grow, the more freedom you will have and the more options you will create. With more options and freedom, your life can only improve each day. When you're at work, you are a leader of a team and part of an organization. So everyone will grow and benefit when your team creates more options for the organization. You and your team will grow and benefit when your leader creates more options for your team. It is a win-win situation for all. The only time it will not be a win-win situation for all is when you, the team, or the organization do not have any options. If that is the case, then it will be a lose-lose situation for all. If you think and would like your team to improve, then you have to take the lead on this. You cannot just wait for something to happen and hope that things get better. You need to stand up and lead the team. So the only way to do this is by starting with you. You must grow yourself before you start growing your team. As you start to grow, the team will automatically grow with you. But it must start with you. The key to growing yourself and the team is to be growth-oriented and not goal-oriented. When you are growth-oriented, you are striving towards growth, and it is not final. When you're goal-oriented, most people set a goal, achieve it, and then stop growing. So it is final, and for most people there is no need to keep growing because the goal is achieved. This is unfortunate because these people have a lot more growth potential and can improve so much more. However, when you're growth-oriented, you are constantly setting new goals to strive towards your overall life mission of growing yourself and others. To be growth-oriented and stay on that path, you must be disciplined. To be disciplined, you must be willing to make sacrifices. Making a sacrifice is when you give up something that is valuable to you. For example, time on activities you enjoy, or money spent on material things. But it doesn't stop with sacrifice. Making a sacrifice gives you the opportunity to grow. It is not the cause of your growth. So when you make the sacrifice, you must take the opportunity for growth that you've just created for yourself. If you take the opportunity that you've just created, this is when you must be disciplined to see the opportunity through so you can grow. You are investing your time and money in your personal growth, and this really does take discipline. Discipline will transform sacrifice into growth. A highly effective leader is focused on their own and their team's personal growth. They want to climb the ladder and reach a higher growth level. A low-performing leader is not interested in climbing the ladder or reaching a higher level. They would like to coast. They would just like to get by in life, as personal growth doesn't really have any meaning for them. I have worked with and met lots of people who are like this, and I find it a bit sad that they don't want to explore the potential that they have. Highly effective leaders consider everyone of their team to be leaders, no matter what stage of growth they are in, and they need to be developed. So in order for a leader to grow in leadership, they require leadership development. It is their leadership development that is a focus of theirs along with their personal growth. They understand that to lead, you must have influence. They understand that leadership is influence, and to lead, you do not need to be in a leadership position, have a leadership title, or have the authority. They understand that to grow as a leader, then you must develop your character before you develop your competency. When I was part of a team, before I got my first leadership position and title, I studied leadership. I read leadership books, I watched leadership videos, and attended leadership courses. I did this because I was focused on my personal growth. I was focused on helping my team grow, and I was focused on being a highly effective leader. While I was doing this, I was also growing and strengthening my character. When a person starts a new job, they are given all the training that required to be able to do the job. Hence, they are developing their competency. It is very rare for an organization to put their people through training that will help them develop their character. So we have to do it ourselves, like I was just describing. When we went to school, college or university, it was and still is classed as being educated. However, I beg to differ. In the United States, they use the term educated too, but they also use a term called schooled. When we were at school, that is exactly what we were being, schooled. Education is a lifelong journey. It does not stop when we finish school, college, or university. So we need to get very serious about our education, because in order for us to grow, then we need to constantly be educating ourselves. Luckily for me, I realised this when I was in my early 20s and I was working in Liverpool for their train operating company. That is when I started to read books on leadership and watch leadership videos, and I've been doing so ever since. This was in 2006, and at that time I was doing a part-time engineering degree. But I didn't want to just rely on that. I wanted to take my education further. I knew if I took my education further and constantly learned, then I would be growing, and I would be in a much better position to grow my team. It wasn't easy to get started on this because I had not read a book from beginning to end since I was in school about 10 years earlier. I didn't think I needed to anymore, so I was wrong. So I made a lifelong commitment to educating myself, to grow, to lead myself, and to lead others. Over 10 years later, and I am still honouring that commitment. What commitment have you or will you make to yourself? To improve does not mean we must be bad at something. We can always improve on our current best. So, action steps that I would like you to complete following this video. Number 1, make the commitment to grow yourself. This commitment means you will work on yourself every single day for the rest of your life, even if it is for a matter of minutes on some occasions. If you can do this, then you feel a lot more fulfilled at the end of the day. Number 2, as you are growing yourself, help your team to grow too. Inspire them to make a commitment to growing themselves every day for the rest of their lives. Help them to strengthen their character along with your own. Give them the development they need to get to where they want to go. And number 3, take your education very seriously. Education does not stop when you leave school or university. Education is a lifelong journey, and if you want to grow and live your best life, then you need to educate yourself. Thank you for going through this video with me. I really hope you've enjoyed it and will implement these action steps and what you've learned. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel to keep learning more strategies on leadership, personal growth, and influence that will benefit you in both your personal and professional life. Connect with me on my other social media channels too to keep in contact and up to date on what I am doing. And please visit my website, highlyeffectiveleader.com, to learn even more valuable strategies in the area of leadership, personal growth, and how you can increase your influence. Please download my free ebook, Increase Your Influence, by clicking the link in the description below this video.